Activists in action once again, another rally through the streets of Atlanta. These demonstrators hoping to put an end to the future public safety training center. And today's protest, thankfully peaceful. That's good. But since December, 41 demonstrators have been arrested and charged for domestic terrorism.
Most recently on Sunday, where police say activists threw fireworks at the officers. Atlanta News First reporter Patrick Quinn sat down with Attorney General Chris Carr today. And Carr, he's in charge of prosecuting those demonstrators, Patrick.
And this was a really interesting interview because he knows he has a lot on his plate right now. And yes, Chris Carr, right now he says they are building a case as we speak. While the governor told us that he would like to see prosecutors and judges move, quote, very hard on these domestic terrorism charges, Attorney General Chris Carr, he told me they will move at a pace that allows them to be successful to hold those accountable.
A room full of demonstrators, now defendants. 23 activists charged with domestic terrorism.
Because I know it's crowded in there for y'all.
The judge denied bond for 22 of the 23, ruling they would be a threat to the public if released. Now 41 activists since December have been charged with domestic terrorism, and overseeing their prosecution on behalf of the state, Attorney General Chris Carr.
But we know this is a big case. It's a complex case. Obviously, it's national in scope.
In his first local interview since Sunday's arrests, Carr told me he celebrates protesting, but the actions Sunday were not that.
If you come to this state, engage in acts of violence to destroy infrastructure and property with the intended effect of changing public policy, it is a domestic terrorism charge.
On Monday, Congresswoman Marjorie Taylor Greene called the activists members of Antifa, a left-wing anti-fascist organization.
Would you characterize them in the same way?
Oh, this is a well-organized national group. There's no doubt about it. Again, at the appropriate time, we will present evidence about the group.
Of the 41 activists now charged with domestic terrorism, Carr told me none have been indicted. None have gone before a judge for a ruling, and in fact, no future hearings have been scheduled. He said he will not drop the charges for a legal observer arrested Sunday.
Everybody will have their day in court.
Have they reached out to you specifically saying that he was a legal observer, he should not have been arrested?
Not to my knowledge, no.
And speaking of that legal observer, today the judge issued a $5,000 bail for Tom Jurgens. He is that legal observer that was there on Sunday. The Southern Poverty Law Center, they just sent me an email saying they are celebrating that Tom Jurgens is out of jail tonight after performing a, quote, public service acting as that legal observer on Sunday. Sean?
Patrick, thank you.